welcome to my channel That's Ready Homeschool. My name is Mrs. T. Alright, I wasn't planning on doing this video, but I thought I had all of my resources and my curriculum picked for my upcoming school year, and then Rainbow Resource had the audacity to send me a catalog. This is their enrichment and resource catalog, and I was going through it, and before I make any decisions that I might regret by purchasing more things, I thought that I would film this video. This is going to be a to buy or not to buy video. In other words, if you have used any of these resources, comment down below. I want to know your opinion. Should we be purchasing these? Should we not? What are your thoughts? I'm curious. I'm curious if anyone has used any of these resources. So I've gone through this, and I should say this is not sponsored by Rainbow Resource at all. I just happened to literally get this catalog here in the mail. And so yeah, so let's go ahead, let's get into it. I want to know what you guys think. Okay, so the very first item that I marked is something for organization. They have this 7-pocket backpack file, and they have this option here, and they have this other option over here. And I was thinking that might be kind of nice for like at the beginning of every week. We know we have like our language arts, for example, has worksheets that will be completed on certain days. And we do have a number of different curriculum pieces that have like cyclical sheets and things that we're going to do. So I thought it might actually be a good idea to like at the beginning of the week, put those as like little packets inside this standing folder. I don't know if that would work really well, but have you guys used anything like that before? Seriously, let me know. You're gonna help determine if I'm buying more or if I'm content. Okay, the second thing that I marked off is here is called a time timer. And right now in our preschool and our kindergarten year, we are focusing a lot on timed schooling. So in other words, we are not going to try to get through a whole lesson of a subject. Instead, we are going to be putting on the timer and just sitting down for a duration of time starting at the beginning of the year, because that is what's been very successful in our homeschool. And currently we use the kitchen timer, and there's nothing wrong with the kitchen timer, but my child does often ask, like, how much time is left? How long am I sitting here? So I thought maybe something like this where it's like a visual timer, and what I think happens, if I'm understanding it correctly, is you get this, like the color red will be how much time is left, and then the red will get less and less and less. So I thought that one might be pretty cool. I don't know. Anyway, that's the next thing that I saw that I was like, oh, this is pretty neat. So the next one that I marked is for me, and it is a book. It's called How to Teach Your Children Shakespeare. And I actually saw this one at Book Outlet like a couple of years ago, and I put it in my cart, and then I ended up I didn't know anything about it, but it caught my eye again. And I think this basically goes over, I think I said 9. Yeah, it says highlights 9 of the best known and well-loved plays. And you're starting with one line from one play, and then the author pulls you in and makes you realize how doable it is to nurture a love of Shakespeare. And I thought this might be really helpful for me. I personally, even though I love reading, Shakespeare is very hit or miss for me. And as I was like planning when we're going to do Shakespeare, I'm not gonna lie, I had like this visceral reaction, like, oh, Shakespeare. So that might be a good resource, but I don't know very much about it. Okay, the next one on my list that I marked is called Legends of King Arthur, and they are the King Arthur stories written for a younger audience. So here we go here. This section, they have a total, each book is $5.50, and then it has a number of different books here. But this one looks pretty interesting to me. It is targeted for grades 1 through 4, but my kids really, really love knights and are very interested in knights. We actually are going to be listening to the T.H. White's Sword in the Stone is the first one, The Once and Future King. We're going to be listening to The Once and Future King, which does have a little bit of violence, so I was already kind of on the edge, like, do we want to do it right now or wait? So I think if we could do an alternative that's a little bit more age appropriate, that probably would be ideal. But have you guys read these books? I need to know, do I buy them? Do I not? Help me. Okay, the next one are also books. These are called the Charlesbridge Math Adventure Series. It is a series collection of picture books that tackle different math topics. So we wouldn't be doing obviously everything, but they have like Alice in Pasta Land, which I'm assuming is something like addition or number recognition. They have cut down to size at high noon. They have all sorts of really fun looking books. And we love, we have a couple of series. We have books from the Math Start series that they have over here. And we also have the Circumference series. And we do like those a lot. We really enjoy that kind of like goofy application of math in picture books. So I was looking at those, but I had never seen those before. So that was new to me and very exciting. Do I buy it? Do I skip on it? Tell me what I should do. Okay, the next one is another series of books because, you know, I love books. But we have here, it is the Epic of Gilgamesh picture books. It's a series of 3 books that is going to tell the story, the Epic of Gilgamesh, which I'll be honest, I don't even know. So I'm interested in me consuming this as well as my children, but it is targeted for grades K through 4. So that's exciting, but again, on the fence. Okay, the next one that I marked, and we're almost done. I only have 2 more after this, is this Egyptian mummy dig kit. It looks like you get inside this little plaster, this fake little mummy. So it says, using the included digging tool and brush, dig out the sarcophagus, wrap the mummy in the gauze tape, and preserve your piece of history. And I was like, that sounds really neat because we will be learning about ancient Egypt. So that might be like a really fun hands-on sort of activity to add. Like I didn't even cross my mind that something like that was out there. Man, I love these catalogs. It's like Christmas. All right, the next one that I have is an audio option. This is from the Audio Memory series. They have some addition and subtraction math facts, for example, that I was also considering, but they have here this States and Capitals songs. Now it is targeted for grades 3 through 8, but my children learn through songs like little sponges. So I was already looking on Spotify, for example, things like states, capitals, country names and capitals, basically anything that I can put into song and like facts that we can kind of just put into their minds, I'm interested in. And I think this might be cool. Adding in states and capitals, knowing that really early on can be really beneficial, I feel like. But again, have you used it? I need to know. Do I need it? You'll notice I'm asking that almost every single time here because I really don't know. Okay, and then the last one that I wanted to flag, it has to do with music. And it is also a set of CDs. We have the Music Masters CDs. And what I'm reading is these are about an hour long, and it interweaves a narration where it talks about the composer's life. It tells a little bit about the person while their music is playing. And I believe it also will tell a little bit about the pieces. So if there was a story behind the piece, I believe that's also talked about in there. But they cover a number of different composers and famous pieces out there. So as you can see, these look pretty awesome, but I'm afraid that if I just buy it, I'm buying these because I'm feeling like I'm missing out on something, or I'm like distracted by the new shiny object. So before I do something like that, I do want to see if you guys have any feedback. Let me know down below. And yeah, if I don't get the feedback, I probably won't buy it because I'm just gonna like take a deep breath and say, these are cool, but I don't need everything. So let me know what you guys think, please. And I will talk to you later. Bye, everyone.